I am going to say I understand that you're new to your box controller, and so there's certain technical things that I'm not going to be super nitpicky on. But if,
Okay.
again, your goal is to be, and I quote, just the best, you need to absolutely never have them. Or at the very least, only ever have them 1 out of 100 times, right? So like you're starting a game one and you fall down, and this is the only time I'm really gonna nitpick. You start the game, you fall down, and you immediately up smash in the other direction, right?
Yeah.
These things can't happen.
Right.
But regardless, if we're talking about things that you can do in this position right here, Fox should get grabbed here basically every single time. He does a super high nair. He should be getting crouch cancel grabbed immediately. You do actually SDI this jab, which I love. Then he gets up there. And now you have stage positioning. He does this nair again. This is really important to pay attention to. If you can recall, or if you can give me an estimate, what are you thinking about when you play melee?
I guess I'm thinking about hitting the opponent. I don't know, I guess no. What I'm thinking about is mainly just trying to see how I can punish the opponent or get like a unexpected attack in.
Unexpected what? I'm sorry?
Unexpected attack, like hit him unexpected, or just basically with their punish, basically. So that's basically what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, for example, they like you said, coming out with that nair. If they coming out with that nair, I might just do a little up air out of nowhere, or just do something like they don't expect. Or for me, I don't know if it's good, but I try to react to a lot of what they do, and dodge or block what they do, and just react based off what they just did. Basically, like for example, they coming in, same idea with the nair. I shield it. If I see it, I get a shield grab, or if it cross me a shield up there. That's basically how I think about it.
So here's the problem with that.
Yeah.
And it's actually a huge problem. Melee is not a game that you can react to. It's not possible. Human reaction time is on average 15 frames. At best roughly around like 11, but that's a pretty inhuman level.
Yeah.
What I think, if you're taking notes or anything, I would seriously recommend that your thought process be paying as much attention as you can to everything your opponent does. The reason for this is because you're not going to be able to react to this nair, right?
Yeah.
You're not going to be able to react from this distance. You're not going to be able to react to a nair, right? You might be holding a shield because you're afraid of getting hit, but you're not going to react to the fact that he does this nair. That's not humanly possible.
Yeah.
But what you can do is you can remember the first time he naired at you. You can remember this one. You can think, he just naired at me. Great. He did one dash dance back and then naired at me immediately. And then he, missed his punish because you got a sick SDI, which I love, again. And then he's probably going to nair at me again, right? So he does that, and then he does the shine, and he tries to do the same thing again. Literally. Let's look at how identical what he does the first time is versus the second time. He nairs you, he shines you, and he tries to thunders combo you, right? You get the SDI, and you get out of there. So what does he do? He nairs you, he shines you, and he tries to do the same wave dash forward to get the thunders combo. This is how melee is played, because he's more likely, until you reach a very high level of play, people are going to spam shit over and over, and it is up to you as the person who wants to beat them to know what they're going to do because they've done it before, right? Let's see if he nairs again. So he gets this he goes for a grab, which isn't ideal, but look, he nairs again a third time.
Yep.
It's important to not only understand what he's doing. You need to be paying attention, right? It has nothing to do with reacting to exactly what they're doing. It has to do with paying attention to what they've done. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I see.
See.
Okay.
So we notice that when his nair finally whiffs, he puts up his shield, and these are important factors to keep in mind. You do put out this nair. This nair is, in my best guess, an attempt to whiff punish this nair of his.
Yep.
You see this nair, and you try to whiff punish.
That's exactly what
right.
it is. Yep.
So here's the thing. What do you get off of this nair?
I mean,
keep in mind he's at 0%.
Yeah, 0. I ain't gonna get nothing. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna get.
You're more likely to get punished for doing this nair than you are to get any combo off of it whatsoever. Because if he holds down, he can now literally wait for you to land and crouch cancel, turn around, grab you.
Yeah.
Or he can hold down and then shine you while you're still in the air. Or he can up smash you, right? He can do whatever he wants because he's at 0%.
Yeah.
And so while I understand and I appreciate the attempt to whiff punish his nair with your own nair, what is something that we can get more off of to punish the same nair from him?
Shoot, probably right there. You probably would want to come on in, either try to do a little grab or what, you know, cross up there. You know, run right past them, get a little up air.
Your first answer is the honestly only acceptable answer that I would accept from myself as well.
Okay.
And the reason inherently is because look at what he does immediately after whiffing the nair.
Shield, yeah.
He puts a shield up, right?
Yeah.
Now, he might not put the shield up all the time, but we know now that he is likely to put a shield up after his nair misses. And so, if we had gone for a grab, we can get a lot, right? We can get a back throw into keeping him in the corner. We can get an up throw into him. He's at 0%, so he can potentially get a DI hard enough to not get up smashed. But think about it as far as what is most likely to occur. You can get an up throw up smasher, essentially. Against a very good player with, frankly, a fob. Like a fob or a box style controller who gets 1.0 cardinal DIs, then they might not get up throw up smashed. But in this position, if you get a grab, you get an up throw up smash into a tech chase. So, or another up smash, right? And that's a free 30%, 40%, because then they're further in the air and getting juggled by you. But if this nair hits, then you get punished. So you do this nair, he literally just drops shield and then shines. And then he tries to grab you. Instead of doing anything to like force a tech chase, he literally just tries to grab you out of the air. Not possible. He goes to a platform. So here's the thing about him going to the platform here. Where was he before he went to this platform?
Under the platform? Yeah, under the platform.
What is this area of the stage technically called?
That area? The edge of the stage?
He's cornered.
The corner, yeah, the corner.
He's cornered, right?
Yeah.
And so you can think of it like this. He jumped out of the corner. Paying attention to what your opponent does when they're in the corner is very important. Because the corner is where people go to die. And so if you can force them, not just in the corner, but off stage from the corner, right? So let's just say for argument's sake that we know he's going to jump every single time out of the corner. He's not likely to because humans aren't that dumb. But let's say for whatever reason, we know for a fact he's going to jump out of the corner. We can literally up air him and then throw him, and then he's off stage, right? We can up air him with up air 2, which is the tail spike.
Yeah.
We can start running at him right now. So we can start running at him. We can have this up air right here, and then he gets up aired. He's down here now, right?
Yeah.
And so and so from this position, if we have the knowledge that he's gonna jump out of the corner, we can kill him, or at the very least give ourselves a good 50-50 chance of killing him. So this is all paying attention. This all has to do with paying attention to what your opponent does. Almost none of this is reactable, right? We can't really react to the fact that he went up there and punish it directly because he can get his shield up, right? If we try to do the up air now, he can shield. So he presents us with a new opportunity or a new option. So we're playing neutral a little bit. You know, he technically got out of the corner, even though he really shouldn't have.
Yeah.
He went to the platform and then he fell back down. And now we're playing literally the definition of true neutral, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he presents us with a new option. If I were to bet money on it, I would bet that he's going to run at us in there. But what he does instead is he does this full hop into a drill. So he presents us with a new option, which is great. He's paying enough attention to not do the same thing over and over and over again. He gets this drill into a shine every single time, just for the record, and this is just a side note. If a fox is drilling you and they're not grabbing you off of that drill, they are trolling and you should beat them. Because if a fox is drill shining you, they are giving up an entire grab combo for a shine potential tech chase opportunity. Now, you roll into the corner and we want to pay attention to how he pressures the corner. Shine, I'll take this every day. You wave dashes back. He runs at you again and wave dashes back. He baits out a grab from you, and then he doesn't do anything, which is great. For me as the Pikachu player, I'm like, oh, sweet. I super got baited, but it really doesn't matter because he didn't punish me for it. So now, let's see how the rest of this plays out. Oh, look, he nerded us again. This nair from you is, I want to hit you now. That's what this says to me. I want to hit you now, So I will run at you and do move. If instead we play our cards patiently and we're paying attention, well, we know already that he's nared at us 3 times, right? Just in the first 12 seconds of this game, he's nared at us 3 times and full hop drilled once. So if we play our cards correctly, what did we just talk about with the other nairs? What could we have done to punish his nair?
Just grab, basically grab.
With grab, right?
Yeah.
And so in this position, if we get a grab on Fox, what do?
Up air or back
No,
air?
we got a grab.
I'm sorry. Back throw. Yeah.
Back throw. He can die. That's like a good 50-50 that he dies if we play it correctly. And that's an important justification to make if we play it correctly. But it's a 50-50 of him dying after naring at us at 0, right?
Yeah.
And so, because we know that he's nared 3 times in the first 14 seconds of the game, if we are just chilling by our home. I talked earlier about the ledge, the corner is Pikachu's home.
Yeah,
I love this part of the stage. No problem with it.
I love it too.
If we're chilling right here, and we let him nair at us, if we're still chilling, we get a dash dance grab, and now he can die. And we know that he's likely to do this nair because he's already done it 3 times. But this is only knowledge that we have if we're paying attention. Otherwise, we're just throwing ourselves at each other. The fox is throwing himself at me, and I'm throwing myself at the fox. And if we're throwing ourselves at each other, the fox is going to win 100% of the time. Because his moves do more damage, they're bigger, he has more consistent kill setups, he has up smash, which kills us earlier than our up smash kills him because he's a fast faller. So we have to be calculated.
Yeah.
We cannot be throwing ourselves at our opponent. Everything has to be done with our attention on the line. So this dash attack from him is honestly just supposed to be a nair, I promise you. So he does the snare, and then he's in the corner. He doesn't jump out. This is kind of something interesting. So he throws himself into the corner, and he doesn't jump up to a platform immediately. So we can kind of keep in mind the fact that he did it the first time, but we don't really need to pay too much attention to it. But what he does do is he doubles down on his whiff nair and runs at us in nair and dash attacks. I'm going to assume this dash attack is supposed to be another nair, but either way, he runs at us with a move. That's the way you can break that down. Is it's not necessarily about him running at us with nair. It's the fact that he's running at me with dumb move, bad move, terrible move that can be either shielded and grabbed or whiff punished and grabbed. So off this nair, he doesn't get a whole lot, which is great. You actually have really good SDI, and I know you're on a box, so I'm not going to say much more on that.
I don't think that's intentional though. I think I'm just I wouldn't say I knew to SDI these jabs. Or is that what you're referring to?
Yeah.
I don't think I'm really thinking about it. I'm probably just hitting the direction.
Yeah, fair enough. Maybe to want to up air or to jump out.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Regardless, he doesn't get a punish off of this jab, and you get this up air and put yourself on the platform. Now this is fine, but what I don't want to do when I have a platform to myself is to give up the entire platform and nair at him or jump off of the platform in a way that's extremely punishable. Now keep in mind, Fox is still at 0%, and so hitting him with any form of nair still gets me punished. So we get this nair. I hit him with the nair. It doesn't matter, right? Now he could have done something way better, right? He could have, and I'll talk about this a little bit because the player that you're playing against is, how do I say kindly? You can beat this player very easily, is what I'm getting at. Their punish game is not well aligned. They have already ran at you 5 times within the first 17 seconds of the game. And so within that, if he's holding down right here, he can get a grab on you. Like for free, right? So what happens is that he puts his shield up and then he realizes, oh, I'm fine. You whiffed a down tilt. I'm fine. I'm just gonna shine you, right? Now this shine is terrible from Fox, but the idea still holds that he can punish you for naring at him while he's at 0. So one thing really quick, getting off stage as Pikachu, this is fine. I'm fine in this position. I'm never going to panic and double jump in with a forward air. Or anything, actually. I'm never going to panic when I'm sent off stage. Because I'm Pikachu. I'm fucking Pikachu. I'm the best character off stage. Leaps and bounds. Doesn't matter. So this shine can send me off stage, and I'm literally just going to keep falling. I'm just going to keep falling, and I'm going to up you back to ledge, and I'm going to be fine. I don't give a fuck. Do it. Shine me again, please. Right? Which is why this shine is terrible, for the record. Because Pikachu doesn't care. Pikachu literally couldn't care less, actually. If I could literally hit people with nairs and only ever get shined for it, I'd be the best player in the world. By far.
Okay.
So what I'm getting at, that's not like to say like my ego or anything. I'm just saying like
I see.
inherently it's just like, okay, cool. But because you panic, because you're like, I don't want to be off stage, like I want to hit you A, and B, I don't want to be off stage, you do this double jump forward air, which can potentially get punished, but also it keeps you in a really bad spot where you're shielding in the corner and he can do basically whatever he wants, right? Now, if he's paying attention, he's going to notice the fact that you shielded his backer, and then the next time he does this, he's going to grab you after. But I don't necessarily know or care if that's going to happen, but I just want you to understand the amount of attention that you need to be paying, right?
Okay.
So he backs up. He realizes, you know, and this backup from him is essentially, I don't want to get back thrown by Pikachu. A fox who's confident in his own tech skill is going to do this back air, shine, and then never get grabbed by you in a billion gajillion years. But he's afraid, which is acceptable. And so he backs up, he, you know, gives up a little bit of stage, and you take that immediately, and then he tries to use that as essentially a bait, right? So instead of backing up and playing more of the stage, he does what? What can we guess he's about to do based on the 5 interactions we've had with him? Yeah. Literally that. He's going to not just nair, he's going to give up all of stage and corner himself by nairing you. He wants to nair you so bad that he's going to do it again.
Yeah.
Right? So now you're in a fantastic spot. You're in an incredible spot because he, again, is cornered right here. So we want to pay attention a good deal. Now, if I'm playing against if I know for a fact what he's going to do next is to be jump, what can we do, right? If I know he's going to jump for whatever reason, what can I do?
Just up air.
Up air. And then that sends him down here, and again, he can die. Now, he's not necessarily posturing to go up to the platform because he just ran at us and naired. And so I bet you because he didn't get a stronger punish off of his nair, and yes, all of these thoughts aren't necessarily happening real time while I'm playing melee, but they're thoughts that are instinctual because I've done this for thousands of hours. And so because I know that he just naired and didn't get a strong enough punish off of it, and because he's not necessarily afraid of me yet because I've only done 9% to him, he might just run at me again. And he does. He runs at me in dash attacks, which you do a fantastic job of whiff punishing, and I'm proud of you. And I sound patronizing, but I'm serious. I'm very happy that you recognized this position, you backed up, and you didn't get hit by this dash attack. Now, what am I going to say next?
It ain't the nair. It wasn't optimal. You're supposed to grab him or you know anything else because he's still low.
You have to hit him with something that gets you mileage within your punish, right? And so nair is never going to do that. In fact, nair again should get you punished. So paying attention to this, and this is kind of where I'm talking. This is why earlier I was talking about like having a clear-cut punish for every single time your opponent fucks up, or every single time you get an opportunity. Not necessarily I hit him here, and so this is what I should do. That's important too, but understanding how you want to punish your opponent in the positions that are presented to you. So he gets this. Imagine if I get an up throw up smash. That's fantastic. If I get a back throw, that's even fine. But up throw, totally perfect. No problem. Instead, I get this nair. She does an immediate full hop, so he doesn't just let go of shield and shine this time, but he does do a full hop. So I know 2 things about this player already. He likes to full hop, and he likes to nair at me. I don't really give a fuck about this down tilt that he does. This down tilt is dog shit. This back air into down tilt, dog water. Terrible. But he does full hop for a 3rd time this game. And then he nairs at me again, right? So within the first 15 seconds, I feel like he's shown his entire hand as a player. He likes to nair at me, and he likes to full hop. So if I can literally just ignore, because I know he loves to nair at me, I don't need to play the rest of the game with him. I can literally just wait for him to nair at me and then dash chance grab it every single time. Yeah. If he had more options than that, then I'd have to consider it. But because he just wants to run at me and nair or dash attack, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to dash back over and over and over. And anytime I don't have enough stage to dash back, I'm going to go to a platform, get the rest of the stage, because he's not going to pressure me on it. He's just going to try and nair at me. I'm going to get on platform, claim more of center stage, because that's what we did over here, right? That's what we did when we were right here. Well, that's what we should have done. But, you know, we get up to this platform. He gives up all of stage control and runs away, right? Mm-hmm. We can, instead of doing this nair, literally just fall off the platform. Literally just jump, like, get off the platform. This is our stage now. right? I don't give a fuck about you, Fox. This is my stage. Now narrate me. I dare you. That follow?
Yeah. Got you.